is Optimus Prime. And here is an awesome video review from Jesse. Now watch as he lights our darkest hour.
Welcome to another Transformers Masterpiece review. This time we're looking at the MP-02 Hasbro Grimlock. Now, this is a cool package. This and Acid Storm came out at the same time. I don't have Acid Storm or Sunstorm yet. I do plan on getting those sometime soon. This was released a few years ago. But this is when they started changing their packaging to the more Japanese traditional style packaging, and I really like these collector style packaging. Although I'm not a huge fan of this sleeve that goes over it, because I don't know, it would have been neat if that was like actually part of the box. But that's just me. I got him right there, Toys R Us exclusive, Dinobot leader. Kind of plain on this side though. Get the accessories and stuff on the back. Same thing, it comes with the exact same stuff that the first release of the Hasbro version came with. So, got the bio on the side. So, let's go ahead and open it. Alright guys, got Grimlock here in Dinobot mode, and he looks pretty spectacular. Now, I don't own either of the older versions, the original Takara or the first release Hasbro versions of this guy anymore, but I can tell you that just from looking at side-by-side comparisons of him online, that the main body plastic is a much more duller gray than like just a little bit more silver of the other versions. And it's doesn't, unlike the first Hasbro version, it does not have the red and white paint on the legs here, which make it a little bit more toy accurate. But other than that, there's not a whole lot more different. Even if I didn't already see side-by-side comparisons of this guy with some of the older incarnations, it's not very noticeable. It still looks great. It still has a good amount of shine to it, as you can see here. The translucent plastic in the neck still looks really cool. And his arms. One of the changes is they did round off his claws and his teeth a little bit, so it wasn't as sharp, because the Takara version was pretty sharp. He does have up and down movement in the neck. So here he has a couple gimmicks. We'll get into them later. He's got ball jointed shoulder with a swivel at the elbow. Each finger is individually articulated. He's got a little bit of tail movement. He's got ball jointed hips in his legs, and his at the knee, his arms can move a little bit there too. He has a tail wagging gimmick that wags his head also. Now this is not new to anyone, so, and if you press down his legs, it doesn't really work all too great, but if you press down his legs, it makes his head go up. I'm still puzzled why they included that gimmick in the toy. It's not very effective, and it's like they might as well like have the gimmick where you press down on his head and his arms go in and out. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, but it's not too bothersome. He also does have a eye changing gimmick. I prefer to leave it red though, because as with the rest of the Hasbro masterpieces, they go for more toy accuracy, and it's more toy accurate for him to have red eyes. Even though the blue does look good, it does look very good. Just for this case, I like to leave it red, just like that. Oh, and when you open up his mouth, you press his cheeks in, his mouth shuts, and he does have a sculpted like fire breath gun in there. Only problem I've ever had with this mode is that his one arm here can be kind of loose. Like it doesn't take much effort there, it just kind of falls, while this one is a lot wow, you did not see any of that at all. I apologize. This one arm is really loose. This arm, you can even hear it, is a lot more stiff. Yeah, so I mean, if you put it in a pose, it'll stay there, but it will just fall. And he can't use any of his accessories in this mode, but no storage. A lot of background noise in this video, but it's alright. Should I do a transformation for this guy, even though it's pretty old? I mean, I'll just do it real quick. It's still a really easy transformation. It's very effective. It's like just like how with the sound wave, it's really hard to improve on a transformation that is damn near perfect, even from the Generation 1 aspect, because Grimlock is one of the Generation 1 Transformers that was, like I said, damn near identical to the toy or to the show. Just a few tweaks here and there is where this guy really shines, and tail is always kind of complicated. It's a lot of twisting and turning and just moving stuff around till it all makes sense. Do the same for this side. One thing is that his knee joints are very stiff. Okay. Bring up the chest. Okay. Then fold out his hands, and you are done. Position the arms. Oh yeah, and you can splay the wings out a little bit too, and yep, there's Grimlock, and he still looks really cool. One flaw that this robot mode does have, however, is that these now quote-unquote wings are a lot thinner than they were before, so you can kind of see through them a little bit. Let's see, yeah, you can see my hand poking through there, which is unfortunate. It really is. That's like one of the weaknesses, major weaknesses of this figure in this mode, is that's really can be really distracting to some people, and it is pretty bad, but it doesn't take away from the overall figure. And he does have a ball joint in the neck now, and the same articulation in the legs before, except yeah, he does have a wrist swivel and articulated fingers on this hand, while on this hand just the thumb moves, and the wrist moves apparently too. I don't think I ever realized that, but there is a light up gimmick in that, which we'll get to in a little bit. His legs go in and out. He has very heavy ratcheting knee joints, and overall still looks great. He still has the same amount of die cast he did before, which was really good. And just like the T-Rex mode, he has a eyes color switching gimmick, which I never did care for this blue on robot mode. It looks more green in this robot mode, so the red is definitely red. So I think just a red even just looks better in robot mode. While the blue looked good in Dinobot mode, the red definitely looks better in robot mode here, so that's why I decided to leave it red. He comes with a couple accessories. He does come with the same crown that the first edition, first version Hasbro he came with. Put it on his head here, and he comes with a light up gun. Well, he has his arm lights up, but the gun itself does not have a gimmick like that. Where you put in his hand and it lights up when you press a button on the back of his hand. And do I not have it in all the way? I do. There just must be too much light in this room to really see a difference, because when I was messing around with it some other time, even on the original ones, they light up pretty good at nighttime, but you can't really see it. So that's kind of unfortunate for this review. It's not like I can turn off the lights in a sunroom. And you can see it more on the sword. There you go. So all around, Grimlock is still one of the best masterpiece figures Takara Tomy and Hasbro have ever been produced. That's why it's been reissued so many times. There's been 2 Hasbro versions. The Takara one has been reissued twice. Has been reissued once in the original release. There's a G2 version that's some sort of exclusive, and there's another con exclusive version. So this one is pretty awesome. If you're a Generation 1 Transformer fan or masterpiece collector, definitely pick up any version of this guy. He is awesome. Definitely belongs in your collection. He's a little bit small, but I don't really care about scale when it comes to masterpiece figures. I just want to go for great figures, and this definitely fits in that category. Like, he's just a tad bit smaller than the masterpiece Rodimus Prime, which is, I mean, if you're a sucker for scale in this line of figures, I can see the problem with that. But I don't really care about scale in the masterpiece line. I do care about scale in like the movie lines and the sublines, like in Prime, but it's all right. But masterpiece, I really don't care. I want to just go for really nice looking figures, and this is a great looking figure still. Even though the see-through wings is a drawback, it does not hurt the figure much at all. It's still all around great masterpiece Transformer and super fun, and I'd really recommend picking this guy up. You can follow me you can pick up the Takara Tomy version of this guy at bigbadtoystore.com. You can click the link in the description below. And you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/ssjlbot. You can Instagram me too, ssjlbot. And you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ssj_autobot. I'll catch you next time.